started working on my first business around 2 years ago. I learned a lot, but today I want to share with you the 3 key lessons from it. The first one is to really accept that 99% of businesses out there fail. This hasn't changed at all. Don't let all these news about new successful businesses fool you. Everywhere people are posting only their successes. No one is posting about their failures. For every one business that is extremely successful, they get to 10k a month, 100k a month, 1 million a month. There are so many businesses that don't even get any kind of revenue and they fail within their first 3 months or within their first year, doesn't matter, but they fail and no one posts about it. For one successful business, there might be thousands and thousands of failed businesses. Although starting a business might seem like an opportunity that will get you to that higher and higher destination, will get you these millions that you have always wanted, chances are that especially your first business will fail. And you need to accept that. Mine failed, but I accepted it a lot more easily because I knew from the start that it could fail. It was expected that it would fail. As I said, it's very rare for a first-time founder to have a business that is extremely successful and get it to a really high level in business. So I was expecting that, and when it failed, I was okay because I knew that all the things that I learned along the way will be useful for all my different next ventures. Now I know that you already knew about this lesson most likely, but I really wanted to make sure I share it. Now before we go into the next 2 lessons, I want to make sure that you're subscribed to this channel. In the last month we made it to 100 subscribers and now the next goal is 1000 subscribers. Let's make sure we get that in the next couple of months. Now my second lesson that you need to be aware of is that when you're building the business, if you're not working a 9 to 5, then your financials will be extremely hard. Especially in the beginning, when you're just starting out and when you're just building the foundation of your business, you'll be earning a lot less than what you would be earning in your 9 to 5. You might even not be earning any kind of money. Especially when I was doing it in the first couple of months, there was no kind of revenue from the business. And that is totally fine, unless you find a business which can be profitable from the beginning. And there are businesses like this. There are business models out there that can help you do that. We'll probably talk about them in different videos. But at least my product was a thing that first needed to be built and only then could start earning money for me. So my advice to you here is what I also did, which was to keep my full-time job while I'm building my business. That way you can still continue earning income, you can still continue to pay the bills which you have and also work on your business. But then this begs the question, how are you going to have the time to build your business, to have a 9 to 5 and to probably work out or socialize for a bit? It becomes very hard. And this is actually the third lesson. When you are building a business, especially your first one, when you just have to learn everything from the beginning, it will take lots of your time, you will not be able to rest properly, and the weekends will not be for resting at all. When I was building the platform, during the weekends, if I had worked less than 8 hours, then I most likely would have been outside of the country without my laptop. So I can confidently say that the weekends were for working on the startup and not for resting. Thinking that you become a business owner and then magically retire in a few months is simply not possible. We have to put in the work first, and we have to put in the work first for a couple of years at least until we get to that level where we can just be resting and not be working from 9 to 5, because when you're actually working on a business, whether you have a 9 to 5 or not, you would be working from 9 to 9 at least. Especially since I was combining the full-time job and building the business, each of my waking hour, I was either working or working out, because I needed to keep my sanity and I needed to keep a better health for myself so I can actually continue working and have the capacity and the energy to do so. These 3 lessons didn't scare you and you're still watching the video? Then I think it's time for you to start your first business. You might be ready. And if you need help with your first steps in digital marketing, I especially needed that when I first started my business. Then you can also check out the link in the description because there might be something out there for you. And remember, whether it's your personal or professional growth, never settle for average.